Today's video is going to be a very fun video. Today we're going to be trying out the tips and tricks that I saw other YouTubers use or other beauty gurus to make their makeup come out perfect. If you've been wondering like, why doesn't my makeup come out as good as whoever is your favorite YouTuber, why doesn't my makeup come out like this? And you have done everything that they said to do or they showed in their video. Well, it looks like they do have some tips and tricks that make it easy or easier for them. So today we're going to try those tips and tricks, and it's going to be a series. Today is going to be part one of the series. So we're going to try out those tips and tricks and see whether, is this working out the way they said? I'm not very good at technical things, so I don't know how to show the video on the screen for you to see, but I will put the name of the video, the name of course, the name of the channel and the name of the video where I got those from. So without further ado, let us jump right into the video. For me, I believe that if your foundation, your skin is really good, then you've passed the first hurdle already regarding how the other products that you put on, the color products that you put on the face, how it will look. So the first thing, which I said is the foundation, the tip or trick that I learned was from another YouTuber, and her name is Omabel, and I'll put the name right up here. And the video is why your makeup never comes out right. So if you take a look at my face, you can see that I do have a birthmark right here and some hyperpigmentation around here and also on my eye area. So a lot of times when I use the orange corrector and I put on my foundation, what happens is it just changes the color of the foundation and it starts looking orange, too orange and weird. Now what she said was she uses a dark colored concealer on her dark spots all over her face before she puts on her foundations, and then it actually works for her. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it today and see whether it works for me. The birthmark that is right here and the hyperpigmentation all over my mouth. So that's what we're going to start with today. She said pick a color that is a couple of shades darker. I decided to use Tarte Found Concealer. It does have some sunscreen, and this is a trial size. I thought, okay, I will use it and see, but you can use any concealer, maybe the concealer you use for contouring or something, and see whether it works. So this is what it looks like. This is a sample size. So I'm gonna apply that right here on the birthmark, and I'm gonna put some actually down here and see whether that makes a difference. So this is how it looks after I've put the dark shade around my hyperpigmentation, and as you can see, it has covered a little bit, but can still see a little bit of the hyperpigmentation right here. So I'm going to just add a little bit more. So I don't think the concealer I chose for this is good because this is very liquidy. You need something that when you put it, it stays put. So for this one, I guess I might have to leave it to stay a little bit longer. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the Pat McGrath Labs, the concealer right here, and then see how that works out. And this is how it looks. Now what she did next was to bring out her foundation, and then she dotted it all over her face. She did advise a medium to full coverage foundation. So today I'm going to be using the Sublime Skin Fetish Foundation from Pat McGrath. I am in the shade MD23. I normally use about 2 pumps. So, but I'm going to start with one. And I'm going to use a brush And the brush that I'll be using today will be BH Cosmetics brush number 3. It is part of a set, and this is what it looks like. Flat kabuki brush or something dense like this. You just staple. No rubbing, because once you rub, it's going to take away the foundation as well as the concealer. So really I can't see the dark spots and the dark mark right here anymore. It looks as if it's blended in. I can't see it anymore. Okay, let's keep going. This is not really for an everyday thing. It's just maybe you're going to a place and you want your foundation to really look on point. No, not just your foundation, your makeup to be on point, and you don't want anything showing through. I think that's when this kind of method will be really useful. So this is the look, and it did cover as she said it would. Her technique will work if you have the right tools, which is a concealer that is medium to full coverage, a couple of shades darker than you are, and also one that doesn't dry out easily, but it's not too luminous either. Okay, moving on to the next one, it's about concealer. And the lady, the YouTuber, her name is Smita Deepak. I'm not sure I pronounced it correctly, but I'll put her information on top as well. And the video is watch this if your concealer won't stop creasing. Yes, I do have the issue of my concealer creasing. My under eyes are very, very dry, and of course, trust me, I hydrate, but it's very, very dry. And so once I put on a concealer, if I do add powder on top of it, it becomes so cakey and it accentuates whatever texture that I do have even more. So when I saw that, I was interested. However, she did say she got it from a lady on TikTok, I believe. I don't use TikTok, so, but I believe she put the information of the lady on her video. So I'm going to try that now. I'm going to try 2 concealers actually. I'm going to be trying the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer, and this shade is 7.75. So I'm going to put it on my right eye and see how that works. Ooh, that's a bit light. Okay. Let's see how that works out. And the next one is going to be again Giorgio Armani, and this time it's the Luminous Silk. I do prefer the Luminous Silk. Like I said, my under eyes are very dry, but let's try it again on this side. Yeah, this color looks a little bit better. I'm going to start by using a brush, and then before I go in with the Beauty Blender. So the brush I'm using is going to be the Zoeva, I think 146 Concealer Perfector. It looks like this. And it just fits around the eye much better, and that's the shape. I know that Pat McGrath has, and also Sonia Kashuk has one. This is from Zoeva. I think this shape is very good for around the eye. So I'm going to use that first to work on my eyes. So looking at it, I think I can mix both of them. So I'm going to add a little bit of the Luminous Silk on this side and put the Power Fabric on the other side. Just so that it will be a little bit even. Sorry, I went in with the Beauty Blender to blend it out a little bit under the eyes. I will do the rest of the face, but she says once you finish doing this, to stop it from creasing, you have to take care of it immediately. And what you do, she says, you take your setting spray, any setting spray, spray it on your hand, tap on your hand, and you go right around your eyes like that. And you keep doing that. That's instead of using a powder. You keep doing that until it dries up. Okay, so now it's dry. I'm going to take some more and go to the next one. This is what it looks like after I finish using that, and it is not dry at all. Then now you can go in with a powder. This is interesting. So I can see it now. It's not dry at all after using that. And because it's dried on your eyes, she's saying that if you put powder now, it won't dry up as it was before. And you just need to use a little bit of the powder. And I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics brush again. This is number 7. You tap it right under your eyes. So of course you will still see some fine lines under my eyes, but it's not dry, it's not cakey. And I'm going to finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. So this is how it looks like. I did set my face, put on some bronzer and a blush, and so far this is still holding up, so that looks good. So what do you all think? If you do happen to try any of them, or if you tried it and tweaked it a little to suit you, let me know. Comment down below so we can discuss about it. Now my thoughts on this. For the foundation, they're using a darker color and then putting on your color on top. I think that is really effective. I would say it really works. You just have to have the right concealer to use to cover this. The downside to it is I think it will only work when you're going for a full beat, because when I put the dark and put my own foundation on top, it's going to be too much. So that's what I see about that, is you can't just do that and then put on a tinted moisturizer, for example. It's not gonna work. So for the concealer under the eye, it does look like putting the setting spray first before putting just a tiny bit of powder will give more results. So I really did enjoy, doing this, and this is part 1, trying all these tips and tricks with you right now and seeing how it turns out. I've had to re-record the ending of this video. I did not realize that the camera had stopped recording until I was editing it. So the change in clothes and everything, it's because, of course, it's another day. Thank you for watching. I hope you will stick around and come back for part 2, where I'll show other things that I did learn from those beauty gurus or mega YouTubers. And until next time, kisses.